Hello guys, welcome to my channel once again. Sorry for delaying all this while. The problem was my console stopped booting for whatever reason, so I had to borrow a friend's console to use to record this tutorial, and it took me quite a while to get my hands on it. So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to install dual DVD games onto your Xbox 360. So your console, some games are larger than 8 gig or 7 gig. Usually games with 2 DVDs have a size of about 16 gig. So and you can't install it with the original processor I taught you. It's one quite a special method. So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how you're going to do that. So also, I'll have to make you aware of this. My video got taken down by YouTube because of my first tutorial. I realized I taught you where the sites to which you got you download the games from. So YouTube took down the videos. So henceforth in my ongoing from this tutorial going onwards, I'm not going to be showing you where to get the games from again. If you were fortunate enough to watch the first tutorial, you'll have the link in you should have the link saved from watching the first video. So for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be showing you how I get games again, or if I do that, YouTube will take down this video too, and I know many of you don't want that, but I also don't want that. Okay, so I really want to keep this video as short as possible, so I'm going to skip some steps. What you know, as usual, what you have to do first, you get a pen drive. So for this particular tutorial, since you're going to be installing dual DVDs, you need a pen drive larger than 16 gig. So it should be greater than 16 GB. So maybe 32 GB or 64 GB will be recommended for this method, because using exactly 16 GB won't work. Most of the games are 15.6 GB, whilst normally if you have a 16 gig pen drive, the space given to you is only 14.5 GB approximately. So to make this work efficiently, you need 32 gig or higher, and you go ahead and put it in your Xbox and format it to your content folder. I did that in my recent tutorials, and I'm not going to be doing that in this tutorial because I really have to keep this video as short as possible. So let's go over to the process and get started. One more thing, and I'll really appreciate if you guys subscribe to this channel to encourage me, because it takes a lot of effort to make this video, and I have to do a lot of research to make this a success. So I'll really be grateful, and if you could subscribe to my channel to encourage me to make more of the tutorials. So I'll be very grateful if you could do that. Okay, so over here, I'm going to, of course you are going to need your ISO to God software, and then we'll be using a new program called Xbox image browser. So this will be needed to extract some files in your games. But before you go ahead, I'll have to show you something. When you get the games, there are two types. Well, and there are different methods of doing them. So over here I have Watch Dogs. You can see this X1, and over here is X2. But in the Call of Duty, there are different methods for. Not all the games are the same. In the Call of Duty, after getting the files, we just go ahead and extract it. I've already done that. I taught you how to do that in my recent tutorial, so I'm not going to show you again. So I've extracted it here. I have the disc A, it's labeled as A, and you have the disc B, you have the disc 2, also labeled as B. So what you have to do first is you open your Xbox image browser, then you locate the file index 1. So you go to it's placed at my desktop. You go ahead and locate it, and over here we have disk 1. Then you select it, disk A, and Wait for it to come. So what you're going to do is extract just the contents folder. You go ahead and extract it, and you can choose. I am going to put it in. I created a new folder on the desktop called new folder 2. So I'll go ahead and paste it there, and you wait for it to extract. So you'll be monitoring the process here. It shouldn't take too long. So as you can see, it's almost done. What I want to teach you is, let's just wait for it to finish, and I'll show you something quick. So before I continue, okay, so it's done. So go ahead to the folder here, and now that it's done, you go ahead or you come over here to the folder where we copied it, so you can see your content files. And it is 000. Fortunately for you, this time it creates this kind of folder for you. In the previous methods I taught you for single DVD games, it's just you have to create it yourself. You have to create it manually, but this time it creates it for you. So yes, go ahead and dump the games in here. What I want to show you is, so what I did was for Call of Duty. I'll go ahead and do the same thing for, I have the Watch Dogs over here. So we'll try the same thing for Watch Dogs. So we'll go ahead and locate the Watch Dogs folder, and you'll realize that so you can see there's no content file for you to extract. If you scroll through, there are no content files. So this method is not going to work with this kind of game. I'll do a tutorial for this type of games in another tutorial, so don't worry about it. And what you're going to do next is you're going to use our jtag. So we'll go ahead and open it. It's a raw file, you can just open it. It's not anything. It'll just take a while. I'll put a link in the video description for those who don't have access to it, so that you get to download it again. But the games, for obvious reasons, I cannot show you how I got my games. So we'll go ahead and locate our ISO file, and what you are going to do this time is locate the DVD 1 again for the Call of Duty. So we go to where your Call of Duty is located. So over here we have DVD 1. Then you select it, and you wait for it to finish loading the name and the thumbnail. So you can see it says Advanced Warfare. So what you have to do here is, since it's a 2 disc game, you have to name here 2. Usually it should come automatically. So this 1 out of 2. But if it's not there, you have to do it manually. And you have to change the name. You don't want this name showing on the dashboard. I did this mistake. I forgot to change the name. So you go ahead and change this name to let's say Advanced Warfare _ DVD 1. You browse the location. So we are going to put it in, we are going to extract everything into the content folder that we created. So go over here and extract it in the 3rd sub folder. So we'll go ahead and extract it in there. Then you can decide to save it to nothing, but you still have to browse for an output location temporarily. So I'm going to use the same folder for it. Then you go ahead, so once everything is okay, you just go ahead and add ISO. Then yes. Then you come and select on it and click convert, or else the process won't start. So it starts converting. So it will also take a while, so we'll wait for it to finish, then we'll continue in the next step. Okay, our file is done extracting. So what we're going to do next is we'll go ahead and extract DVD 2. So but before that, you have to check and make sure everything is okay. So you go to the folder which you extracted the files, which is the content folder, and over here, yeah, so you can see it extracted, and you can see the size. It says 4 gig. what you have to do is we'll cut this one out and come and paste it here, because we don't need this, so that you can delete this folder. So if you see it says empty folder now, you've taken out the contents from it and you pasted it in the sub folder. So it has to be this way, in this order. So when you come to the content, you come to the 0000 folder. So if you have to check and make sure it's exactly 16 zeros, else it's not going to work. So over here you have another subfolder before you meet your main files. So what you're going to do next is we are going to do the same procedure for Xbxo. So over here you are going to browse the location. So it's located here, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare DVD 2, and it says XB. So you wait for it. So as you can see, this is the thumbnail and it's still named depth. So you are going to name it the same way you named this one. So what you are going to do is adw underscore DVD 2, and this is a Xbxo, so you have to correct that. Usually it should automatically detect it that it's 2 DVDs. If it doesn't, you have to manually do it yourself. And so you check everything in place. I went to browse the output location. We are going to use the same folder, so new folder. So we are going to paste it in this subfolder, and you have to find a location for the saved image. So after checking everything is okay, we just go ahead and add ISO, and yes, then you select on it and click convert. If you don't do this, as I said, the process is not going to start until you select convert and you see it says write an image. So wait for this one to finish, then we'll continue with the next step. Okay, so it's done extracting. So what you're going to do next is you repeat the procedure you did for DVD 1. So you just have to this is not needed here, so just take out the content. So you can see it has to be identical as the previous one over here, so it should be identical because they contain similar content, so they have to match. So what I'm going to do is just cut and paste it here. So before you delete it, make sure it's empty. So you can see it says empty folder. If there's anything, just cut and paste it here again, so you can delete this now. So what we are going to do next is insert our storage device, and as usual we have to format it to your Xbox 360, then get access to the hidden content folder. So we'll go and locate it, and over here you can see this is a 32 gig drive. It's even giving me 29.2 gig, which is needed for this procedure to work. Because if you check the properties of this one, it says 15.7 gig. So even using a 16 gig pen drive, it's not going to work. So, and over here we'll come here. So you have access to our content folder after you format this drive with your Xbox 360. If you don't have it, you just go to view and so you check the hidden items, and you have access to this content. If it's not there, you can just create it. And what you're going to do next is just copy the subfolder of the content folder and paste it inside the content folder on your storage device. So I'm going to do that. Then we'll then after this we'll head over to the console. Then we'll go to the next procedure. Okay, over here this is the console I bought from my friend. It's not in the best condition, so I'll go ahead and set a drive. Someone requested recently that they wanted to see my console, so you can see this is the console. Okay, so now on our dashboard we'll head over to the game, and you can see the game list. So I've inserted the drive. It says depth. So I made a mistake of not renaming it. I've already done this before recording, and you can see the XCX menu. So for this to work, you need an RJ or data console. and you head over to the storage section. You go to the USB storage device, games, and you can see the game is here, Stable Advanced Warfare. As I said, copying it won't work. No, I'm not going to delete it. So let me try and copy it for you to see that it's not going to work. So it is the internal storage. So it said the item cannot be moved, can't be moved or copied. So it's not going to work if you try to copy it. What you have to do is move it. But for time's sake, I'm not going to move it. It's going to take time. And I'm going to launch the game. So you can see there are two games. One is the installation. So let me open the installation one first. Over here, you cannot play the game. So you wait, it will give you a message. And so you can see the game has started. But you cannot play the game from this one because this is an installation list. Wait patiently, and you see it says Call of Duty content pack for this store. So insert picks 1 to play campaign. So you go ahead and head over to the game. You come here and yes. So you have to launch the first one, which has the campaign, the story mode. So when you launch the first one, you wait for it to load. So you can see this one didn't get any error message, so it says start. Yeah, so I'm going to start a new game for you to see that it actually works. So I'm going to play the campaign. You can do multiplayer or whatever you want, depending on it, but you can't join Xbox Live services because it's a jtag or RGH console. You can get the risk of getting banned by Microsoft, and you don't know what that. So for now, I think I recommend you just play campaign. If you want to play multiplayer, maybe you can try LAN. I've not tried it before, but you could try playing LAN too with your friends who have the same console. So I'm going to start the story mode for you to see. So you can see everything is working fine. I'm playing a campaign mode. Yeah, so as I said, using the jtag on RGH console to perform this procedure. Alright, thank you. So stay tuned for my next tutorial.
Here we go. Select and training. See you on the other side. I think heavy enemy fired our drop pad. Copy that, Tiger 01. Adjusting your trajectory. Hold on! Mitchell, throw the blast shield! Come on, Mitchell! Now! Mitchell, now! Resetting drop point! Get it! Break this down! It's no one piece. Mitchell, hit the door. Keep your eyes up. Look out! Damn. Okay. We need to get our feet on the ground and link up with demo team one. Yes, sir. Contact! Come on! Drop on this side. There's a clear spot over here. We'll have to jump down. Everyone get your boots.